Art, what are you doing?
What? Cutting down a tree.
You should probably use an axe for that.
Anything's an axe if you believe.
That makes no sense at all. That makes zero sense. Maybe you should use something a little bit more powerful.
Something more powerful? I have an idea.
Oh my God. Hi, welcome back to Magnum Mac. I'm Tanner. Today's video I'm going to be talking about the Smith and Wesson M&P 5.7. This pistol is super fun to shoot, super unique, and it's just cool all the way around. Something that I really love about this is there's very little recoil. It's very similar to a 22 and much better than a 9mm. Now, a 9mm hardly has any recoil to begin with, but making it even better with this, it's a lot more powerful than 22 as well. I'm going to compare the three just as far as shooting stuff, but I'm going to concentrate on this today. This is just so much fun to shoot, and I want to show you what it does. So let's go over. I'm going to shoot some soda cans for you and see what it does, and then also talk about just the pistol in general. All right, real quick before I take my first few shots, I want to talk about the magazine capacity. 22 rounds. I think from at least the FN 5.7, the Ruger 5.7, and the Smith and Wesson 5.7, because I'm a little bit more familiar between these three, this one has the best magazine capacity. Even if it's just by 2 rounds, it's nice to have those extra 2 rounds. And loading it can be a pain in the butt. I forgot my speed loader. Without that, your thumbs will get really sore, and getting those last 2 rounds when your magazine isn't fully broken in is going to be a pain in the ass. The nice thing though, Smith and Wesson kind of knows about that, and they provide you with a speed loader, or I would say not a speed loader, but something easier to push those last few rounds in. But regardless, it's fun to shoot. I'm going to take a few shots at some soda cans. Let's just see how it pops. I had a couple more cans down there, but I couldn't position the camera right to see them. But damn, this really makes those soda cans pop. I'm putting a few more rounds in here. I'm gonna reset the soda cans. But let me tell you something. I'm at about 14 rounds, and it's already getting a little tough. But I mean, it's doable. Okay. You get to 16, you might have to use that speed loader. Like I said, this thing is new, so the break-in period, I mean, I would fill them up, let them sit for a long time, and I mean, if you shoot the gun a lot, that's also going to help break it in. But keep that keep that spring compressed, and it's really going to help. I'm going to set up one 2-liter. I only brought a few 2 liters, but I want to do a comparison of how these pop with a 22 and a 9mm, and also a 45 ACP. So yeah, I'm gonna get this set up real quick. All right, I'm gonna load up for the 2-liter, a couple more soda cans. One thing to watch for is the recoil, just how little it is. Super easy to maintain and maintain your accuracy. This thing is just fun to shoot. I'm gonna stand back out of the frame because these pop really bad, and I don't want to get covered in soda. Starting with the 2-liter. Oh shit! This is just fun. Something that helps is I buy them in town. I gotta come up the mountain, so like, the elevation, that pressure is really building up in those soda cans and the 2 liter. I'm pretty excited to see what the other rounds do to it, but I'm more impressed with this than I originally thought. I'm just gonna shoot. There's a couple more cans out there. I don't know if you could see them, but just the recoil and how comfortable this gun is to shoot. This pistol is so much fun. If you're in the market for a 5.7, get this one, especially for the price point, $700. The rock is, I think, $500, the Palmetto State rock. But from my experience shooting this one, and I haven't shot the other ones, so this comparison, do what you want with that. I don't have anything to compare it to. This is so much fun. Something that's pretty cool I will do eventually is it is set up so you can put a red dot on it. You don't need it though. I mean, little recoil, just fun to shoot. I'm gonna reset and I'm gonna do a couple soda cans with the 9mm and the 22. I did forget my 22 pistol, so I do have to use my rifle. And then I'm also gonna use the 45 ACP. Let's just have some fun. All right, I'm just gonna shoot the 2 liter. I already ran out of soda cans, so I wasn't prepared for this video, I guess. So I'm gonna shoot one round, or I'm gonna shoot a few rounds so you can see the recoil comparison, but one round into the 2 liter. I'm gonna do it out of frame because I don't know what that's gonna do. It's getting messy, and I have soda all over my shit over here. But yeah, let's see what this does. Firing. That wasn't, from my point of view at least, that wasn't as impressive as the 5.7. And this is a bigger bullet. But maybe it's because that one's moving so much faster, it just makes that thing pop, explode. I'm gonna load up the 22 and let's see what that does. All right, so next up is gonna be the Ruger 1022. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring my pistol. And I also forgot to bring a magazine, so I had to load this into the chamber. So let's shoot at this one and see if it pops just as big. That was pretty small. I expected that. That's still fun to shoot though. Shooting soda is always just fun. I just love it. Okay, next up is going to be the 45 ACP. I also forgot to bring FMJ, so I'm going to be shooting this with a hollow point, so it's not much of a fair comparison, but at this point I'm just having fun making stuff explode. I'm also shooting this one from far back because I'm tired of getting soaked. Well, not soaked, but sprinkled with soda. This is a very budget pistol, and this is so much fun to shoot. I love shooting guns in general, but I mean, yeah. Let's get back to the M&P 5.7 with the point of this video. I'm gonna show you a close-up on the recoil difference between the 9mm 45 ACP and the 5.7, just so you can get a visual on just how little it is compared. It's hard to show the feel of it, so even if the muzzle comes up a little bit, it's just how it feels in my hand. You just can't tell with that 5.7. So I'm gonna get into that real quick. All right, so the M&P 5.7, there are so many pros to this and comparing it to what we just saw. Now, of course, that's soda. It's not ballistics. It's nothing that's really going to prove itself. I do have one more test that I'm going to show. I have a few pieces of wood that I'm going to stack together, and we're going to compare penetration difference between the 5.7, the 9mm, and the 45 ACP. I was going to do the 22, but since I forgot my pistol and I also forgot the magazine for the rifle that I brought, I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, I might try taking one shot, but we'll see. So I'm going to get that set up now, and we're going to do a quick comparison of the three and see what the difference for penetration is. It's this very small bullet, so it does break up easily, but it's moving fast compared to the 9mm, and definitely the 45 ACP. 45 ACP is very fat and slow, but it's very effective. It's one of the most effective rounds for, against people. So yeah, let's get on with it. All right, it's gonna be hard to see from here. I have the wood standing up, duct taped to the tree stump. I'm gonna take one shot from the M&P 5.7, the 9mm, and the 45 ACP. And I'm just gonna compare the penetration difference and the damage difference, at least on wood. So let's see how this works. That went right through all of them. So now I'm going to load up one round in the 9mm. This isn't working. Okay, 45 ACP. Okay, well, it went through all of them. Or all of them went through all of them. And I'm going to try to get this to focus so you could see the difference. Okay, so this first round here is the 5.7. Very small exit, went right through all four of them. Then the second one, 9mm, you can see it's, pretty sizable difference. Exit wound, almost the same. So I don't know if it lost more velocity because it's bigger, more surface area. And then the 45 ACP and the exit. Of course, the 45 ACP did a lot more damage, but the Smith and Wesson 5.7. Now, of course, when I showed you the up close on the penetration on the wood, I went out of focus. So when I came back, started talking about it, it was completely out of focus, and I had no idea because I'm using my phone, so I don't have a screen that faces me. But so these are my thoughts on the Smith & Wesson 5.7 and the comparing it to the 9mm and the 45 ACP. Low recoil, so much lower than the 9mm, which is already low recoil, like I said before. A lot less than the 45 ACP. Now, this thing is fun, it's fast, it's smooth. There's a lot of, just so many nice things about this pistol. One of them is going to be the 22 round magazine, which is standard. Next is going to be the trigger pull and the reset. It's audible. It's super crisp. There's really not a lot of give in there. It's not spongy. One thing I didn't like about the Ruger was the trigger was a bit more spongy. It was good, but that's something that I would have wanted to upgrade right away. Not this one. You don't have to upgrade it if you don't want to. I mean, if you're picky on your triggers, sure, but from my point of view, I'm not picky, so I don't really care as long as it's not too spongy. But this is just a fun gun to shoot. It's slender. It's compact for a full-size gun. So if you wanted to conceal carry, I mean, fits right there. If you're wearing a jacket, it's not bad at all. I mean, if you're just wearing a t-shirt, then it's going to show a little bit. You're going to leave a little bit of a print, but it's comfortable. I've concealed it a few times going around. As long as I'm not sitting, it's pretty good. I do appendix carry appendix. To me, it's just the most comfortable when I'm walking around. It's the easiest to draw from. I've tried different areas. For me and my builds, this is what's best for me. Now, there's so many pros to this gun. Price point, $700, brand new, compared to the Ruger, which I think is $800 brand new, which $100 difference. It's not that big of a deal depending on, you know, your budget. Of course, the Palmetto State Rock is going to be a little bit less expensive, but I don't know, something that I could just walk into the store and pick up. This is an amazing purchase, and I fully recommend it. I know I didn't really go into the mechanics of it and like deep details. I'm still learning it, and I will potentially do another video on that. I'm not planning on doing very many like deep reviews, but I felt like I had to for this. I really hope this video helped. Please leave a like, subscribe, and let's keep having fun.
I have an idea.